Miss Vicky is in the house. How's it going, everybody?
Hey y'all, it's Vicky and welcome to another video. Today is Tuesday, April 21st, 2026. I almost said 2023. I don't know why I've got that on my mind. 7:47 a.m. It is 39 degrees. And actually it feels good to me because I had the heat on for a minute, but then I turned it off. All right, yeah, we're going to flip my hair. But somebody left me a comment that I like to play with my hair. I do. I like to play with it. I like to make sure that it looks good on camera and all that good stuff. Most women do. Some don't care. But for some reason, I guess I do. And it's also a nervous twitch that I have. All right. So we'll mention Tim for a minute. I don't really have a lot to say about him. He only put up that one video of him sitting on the back of the bed of the truck or whatever in the parking lot. Looked like, I don't know if it's Publix or whatever it was. And, you know, telling this story of what happened on Sunday. And I'll be honest with you, y'all. I don't believe I'm not going to believe he didn't meet somebody. But the story didn't make any sense. He's got these friends or these subscribers that evidently never comment, or, you know, they're under some fake name, or I don't know, but yet they got his phone number. I mean, I don't give my phone number out to just anybody. I mean, of course, you know, Tim, he does things and then he regrets it later, just like telling his subscribers to meet him, you know, come on by and see him. I mean, I just think that's crazy. I mean, even if you are going to be in a public place, I just kind of think it's crazy. Unless, and I know he was telling them when he was at Publix or wherever to come by and see him, because I guess there's, you know, he thought it was public, but does Publix have security? I don't think the Publix anywhere around here have security. And I'm not saying that he's some big star. I'm just saying that that's the things YouTube encourages, that you are considered a public figure. I don't care if you have 15 subscribers, but you've got 1 million views, because there are some that do hit it out of the ballpark. YouTube tells you, you know, they're not responsible. You need to have some kind of security with you. So, anyway, you know, and I saw something on Action Kid. He's not recording live anymore, just because of safety concerns. Because there's all these people out here wanting to make their name for themselves. And he's over in a different country right now. I mean, he's over in Asia trying to find him an Asian wife, I reckon. I don't know. I know his real job, he can work anywhere. But he's, you know, he just said he didn't feel safe doing it anymore. He didn't say he would never do it again. But he had seen some things happen, even in New York, on the Easter Bonnet Parade. NYC Walking Tour, who is a friend of Action Kid, had a kind of a creepy person following him. And I think he had to get NYPD involved. So you just never know. You know, be careful, people, with everything that's going on. And don't stalk people. All right. I don't know why that came up. It just did. Just because I guess Tim was sitting on the back of the truck talking about meeting people that you don't ever see in the comments, but yet they have his phone number. I mean, I just think that's strange. If the story's true, allegedly, and all that good stuff. I'm just talking off the cuff of my head, whatever comes out. All right, we're moving on to beauty now. We're going to try to make this video not all day. Okay, the foundation I was wearing last week, and I may do another video on this later on, but right now I'm going to tell you what it is. It says the Rare Beauty True to Myself Fond de Teint Matte Naturel Long Tenue, meaning it's supposed to last a long time. And if we look at the English side, True to Myself Natural Matte Longwear Foundation, shade 20, light, medium, neutral. Well, first of all, I didn't get the color I wanted. I believe I wanted 18 something. I don't think I wanted neutral. I think I wanted, you know, I tried samples out. I'll put it on the screen. Anyway, I put it on my hand and I liked it on my hand because I walked around with it for a little while on my hand. I liked the way it dried down. But sometimes your hand just don't transfer to your face. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. I also put it on my wrist here. And for some reason I thought it was okay. Well, anyway, I bought it. It's not one of the most expensive foundations out there, so I didn't really, you know, think that much about it. Probably should have, but I didn't. You know, I knew that this was not the product like I wanted. But anyway, for now, I'm not going to say it's a fail, but it's all right. It's all right. Maybe when the humidity is here and the dew point is high and I need something more matte, it may work. I'm not sure about the shade, but I can mix it. I did mix it one day with something else. So I can mix it if I need to. If I were to self-tan, it might be all right. It's a little yellow for a neutral, I believe, next to my skin. So I'm not going to say, like I said, I'm not going to say it's a fail. And I have seen no reviews on this. I do not know what anybody else is saying. But unless you have extremely oily skin, I don't recommend it. Now, this is what the packaging looks like. I do like the fact that you can flip this switch before you pump it. This turns off the pump. This turns on. So I'll show you what it looks like here real quick. I'm just doing a little goes a long way. Now, you'll see right there, it looks pretty close on camera. And I do have some Kleenexes down here, so I can wipe this off. Now, when I look at it in the light, it almost, like I say, it looks yellow. But the more I rub it on my hand, you know, I've got the eyeliner on my hand. And I put that there just so you could see if it hit it. So that's what it looks like. Compare it to this one. You know, it looks fine. It looks nice. But for some reason, it just wasn't transferring that way onto my skin, on my face. It looked fine for a couple of hours, and then after that, it just looked kind of patchy. My skin wasn't glowing like it does with the Dior, which is what I have on today, the Dior stick. So, and the more I wore it, the more I just felt, and I did try some primers. The best primer with it was the Milani that I found in the pot, the purple pot. That was the best. But I just can't recommend it yet unless you have extremely oily skin. Then go for it. All right, I'm going to take a sip. I'll be back. I took a sip of water. All right, this is the new Maybelline Sky Tubes Lash Sensational. You know, they have Sky High and all that stuff. Well, this is the newest one. I had to get it in black. They didn't have brown. Now, they do have brown, but it was sold out. But I went ahead and got it in black. And here's the wand. So it has the typical Maybelline wand, I believe. I do wish it wasn't as long, but that's just me because my eyes are not, you know, I don't want to punch my eyes out. So I'm going to apply it here. I got to do it right here. And I'm going to let you, I have nothing on right now as far as mascara. No primer, nothing. And I'm going to let you see if you can see a big difference here. Now, I do think it is nice. I would like to see it with primer, but I've just not tried it yet. So there you can see. I don't know if you can see the difference. But there you have it on that eye. Let's do the other eye real quick. I did curl my lashes slightly this morning with the heated eyelash curler which I don't use except when I really think I need it. And I could really tell this set of lashes were not set, but this left, I have no fake ones on. Trust me, I hate fake lashes. Well, let's put it this way. I've not found any that I really like that don't weigh my eyes down. Maybe if I went and got me some extensions, I could like them. Anyway, this is what it looks like. Now, I will say I wore it yesterday. I'm not going to put it on the bottom right now. It didn't transfer. You know, if I blink too soon, it might. But it didn't transfer at all. And I will say, when I took it off, it came off in good tubes. Now, the CoverGirl that I like, I think the CoverGirl might give a little bit more length. But taking it off, it doesn't want to come off in tubes the way I want it to. This one, I believe, is a true tubing mascara that comes off in tubes. When you put the warm water up to it. Now, yes, you can flick it off just like you can pretty much the CoverGirl, but I don't like to do that because I feel like I'm going to pull my lashes, even though it does come off rather quickly. But this one I think is pretty good. I just wish it would give me a little bit more length, and it probably would if I kept going in with another coat. So, don't know when this one will hit. I did buy this off of TikTok. I believe that's the only place where it's at right now. I'm sure it will be in the drugstores and Walmart and Target in May, most likely. So, if you wanted a good drugstore mascara, I think this is good. It might even be better to some than the CoverGirl or the Milani, whichever one you want. Price range, $9.99 is what I paid. I don't know what it'd be at Walmart. All right, that's all I've got for now. And I'm going to close because I can't think of anything I want to say or need to say to make this video any longer. So I'm going to go to work. Y'all have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave me a comment. All that good stuff. And I'll talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.